I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After highs in the 50s to the low 60s behind a weak cold front today, increasing moisture leads to widespread fog tonight through tomorrow morning, some of it locally dense with visibilities below a mile. Some drizzle is also possible, but temperatures just above freezing should help to prevent any slick conditions. Tomorrow is partly to mostly cloudy with highs in the 50s. Widespread and occasional rain arrives for tomorrow night through Sunday night as low pressure tracks across southern Kansas. Saturday, the wettest day of the weekend. Rain continues for Sunday, but chances decrease by Sunday night. Non-severe thunderstorms a possibility in southern Nebraska and northern Kansas tomorrow night through Saturday night. Total rainfall should range a half inch to an inch. Minor flooding may occur from melting snow, partially frozen ground, and ice jams in low areas of the Platte and Loup rivers. Highs in the upper 40s to the 50s are likely for this weekend through next week. Another chance of rain arriving by Wednesday night. For the long-term forecast, it is likely to remain warmer than normal Tuesday through Valentine's Day in Nebraska and Kansas. Slightly above normal precipitation is indicated for Nebraska and Kansas Tuesday through February 14th. The latest regional drought monitor remains nearly the same, with Nebraska continuing to be at 61% drought-free. Drought-free to abnormally dry conditions continue in much of central and western Nebraska and the northeast corner. Moderate to severe drought is across much of the eastern third of Nebraska, or areas along and southeast of a line from Pender to Fullerton and St. Paul. A third of Kansas continues to be drought-free. It's still drought-free to abnormally dry in much of western Kansas, the south central, southeast corner, and from Emporia to Kansas City. Much of central and northeast Kansas, along with pockets in the southeast, are at moderate to severe drought. 1% of Kansas remains an extreme to excessive drought along the Graham and Rooks County line. Key weather factors driving the markets include warmer than normal temperatures across the U.S. with a major storm, continued good weather in most of Brazil, and hot and dry weather concerns for Argentina. Today's highs again top 60 as far north as central Montana with readings of 70 or higher in much of Texas, Oklahoma, and eastern Kansas. A storm affecting the west reaches the southern plains by Saturday and the southern Atlantic coast on Monday. Precipitation spreads across the central and southern plains by tomorrow, with rain and thunderstorms crossing the Gulf Coast and southern Atlantic states this weekend. Storm total rainfall should reach 1 to 3 inches across the south, but precipitation is largely blocked from reaching the Midwest and Northeast. Additional storminess trails the initial system starting on Sunday in California. The next few days, cooler air gradually overspreads the western U.S., while unusually warm weather persists across the nation's midsection, including the plains and Midwest. In Brazil, beneficial scattered rain moves as far south as Parana by the weekend. Soybean harvest and planting of second crop corn in Brazil is still at the typical pace. Argentina remains hot and dry through the weekend, threatening good crop conditions, especially in the south and west, where temperatures top 100 for several days. The heat and dryness comes at a time when Argentina corn and soybeans are in the reproductive to filling stages. Better chances for rain in Argentina are predicted for sometime next week. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.